Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to go to a couple of places that I wanted to check out together. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I probably sound worse than what I actually feel, but we are in London, so we are going to make the best of it no matter what. I wanted to head down to a garden center. We were walking by the other night and I saw this garden center in the corner of my eye and I was like, what's in there? I really want to go explore, so I want to check that out. And then I was thinking we can head over to a park and look at all of the beautiful gardens over there. We have so many gardens to visit, but I thought today we would do a couple of local areas and just see what they're all about. All right, so just so I can orient you guys, I think this is King's Road, if I'm not mistaken. And we are going to go in here and there's like a bunch of little shops and little restaurants. And it's so nice because everything is like blooming. Spring has been, well, everyone's telling us it's been so beautiful this year. And we came at the perfect time. So I was walking through here and then this is what I saw yesterday. So this is the Chelsea Gardener. And it's a beautiful nursery that I just walked by and I was like, we have to go inside. I have to see this place and see if we can find any treasures. If I find anything small, I'm definitely taking it. So let's just go in and see what we can find. Already, I'm excited. This is my vibe. This is my vibe. All right, so I just spoke to them and just to get an orientation of this space. And so here's how it is. So there's a garden center here where they have some trees, some bedding annuals, they have shrubs, some perennials, lots of beautiful roses, of course. And then there's a bunch of other little businesses within this garden center that they rent out. So they have like the gift shop with a cafe. There's a hair salon right in the back. And then even over here, there's like a kitchen, I think like a kitchen design studio in this building right here, which I'm looking at this building and I'm like, can we have this like in our future garden? Like, this is so beautiful. Look at this. Oh, can you imagine? That's so lovely. So anyways, I want to see what types of plants that they have. The great thing about coming here is they have all of the similar plants that we grow out in the Pacific Northwest. So it's just fun to see like, what do they have that we don't have, but can technically be grown in our zone. And the first thing that comes to mind is probably going to be the David Austin roses. I'm thinking that they probably have a wider selection than we would back home. Of course, this is a city garden center, so I don't expect things to be, or them to have like a huge inventory of a lot of things. And they did say like, since it is in the city, it tends to be a little bit more expensive. So you can definitely tell like the prices of things are a little bit more, but nonetheless, they're beautiful. The first thing that caught my eye is back here. Look at this beautiful arch with a lemon tree growing on it. Can you even handle this? How beautiful is this? Let me just get another quick look. I have never seen citrus being grown like this, but guess what? I definitely want to do this sometime. Look at how beautiful. Now, of course, for us in the Pacific Northwest, we would have to find a way to protect this in the wintertime. I'm thinking we could probably just put some sort of cloth on it. But you guys, for all of my viewers in the warmer states, California, even Janie, do this. Look at how beautiful this is, you guys. It probably took several years to train it to get here. And it looks like they're just growing them in these boxes right here. So not even that much of space, and they're doing great. So put this on the wish list because that is stunning. You can see that they have some nice hellebores, some viburnum, lots of foxglove, which was a big flower at the Chelsea Flower Show that we were just at, which was very exciting to see. And also what we saw a lot of was geraniums, which I think geraniums are having a moment, especially like the hardy geraniums. I think they add such a beautiful texture to the garden. And just look at how beautiful these little wispy flowers are. Let's see. This one is Wargrave Pink. That is so pretty. So delicate. Love that. Of course, being in England, the thing that always stands out to me are going to be their containers. I mean, you just don't get more English than things like this. These beautiful urns, this pedestal, like I would just love to take that home. Of course, when I'm shopping here, I'm trying to be mindful of what I can actually take back in our suitcase because I don't want to go over the weight limit. So I'm like, what can I carry under my arm? Like, what type of container can I get away with taking in the plane with me so I don't have to like shove it in my suitcase? So I'm like trying to be very mindful of that. This little stand is so pretty. I could just see this in a greenhouse with some pretty plants kind of cascading down. And I'm just paying attention to all of the pieces on the wall. Ooh, and look at that. That would be a beautiful window box. I like that a lot. And they weren't kidding. Some of these things are super expensive, but they're beautiful, so I get it. It's always nice to see hydrangeas this time of year because they get too excited. But don't be fooled. You should wait and get ones that are a little bit more budded up or even a little bit less than this. Because if you get them like this, you're not going to get to enjoy them very much. So this could be like a fun little gift. But if you really want to have them in your garden, you want to get them when they're still budded up, not so much bloomed out like this. Well, this is a really beautiful one. Look at those colors. Let's see, this is part of the Royal Collection Lady Mata Harry Blue. I don't know if we have this one in the States. It almost looks like it glows with that chartreuse in the centers. That's so stunning. And this one is the Lady Mata Hari Pink. So same variety, just different colors. The energy here feels really good. You can tell that people are here shopping for plants, but you can also see that there are people on a lunch break coming out here to grab a bite, walking around the garden center, just admiring all of the plants, kind of maybe just taking a break from their busy days and just really enjoying nature. And you can definitely feel that at this garden center. Now here is a table that I'm very excited about, the David Austin roses. Let's walk around and see what they have. Right here is Paul's Himalayan musk. And let's see if we can find, here we go, them in bloom. Look at how delicate those little flowers are. Let's see. Is this a rambler? Yes, it's a very tall rambler. It gets 40 feet. Wow. So that's funny because we saw a lot of these big ramblers at the show and I was like, how are they getting this tall? It's probably because it was one of these varieties right here. Right here we have Crimson Shower. This one's about 15 feet tall. I don't think there's any in bloom, but that's a beautiful red one. Let's see, what else do they have? Strawberry Hill. That's a short climber, 10 feet. Lots of climbing roses that we've seen so far. And there's actually an area in our garden that I want to add a really big rambler rose to, like a really, really tall one. And it's going to grow like maybe along our house. I have an idea of which one I want, but I'm still on the market for a really good one. So if you have any recommendations, let me know down below. But I just think it would be so fun, especially after seeing so many of them at the show, to grow them out ourselves. Rambling Rector was a very popular one. We saw a lot of these at the show. Look at this really delicate, sweet single petal. Just these two together. Look at that combination. I love that. This one is Tottering by Century. And this one is a medium shrub. But maybe like underplant this one with this Rambling Hector. Oh, that would be delicious. Right here we have Gabrielle Oak. And look at this stunner. Look at that beautiful bright pink. And this one does have a really sweet scent. A lot of these I've never heard before. You might have, I sure haven't. Let's see, name Alfred Carrier. Oh, here's an open one. Oh, that's nice. Very delicate with the slightest little brush of blush. It's probably hard to tell through the camera. And then right here we have Scarborough Fair. Let's see if we can find, oh gosh, to live here and just grow all of these. Oh, that's pretty. That's a really beautiful English shrub rose. Oh, I like that a lot. And just look at the little statue right there in the middle, the little ballerina. That definitely goes with this whole rose theme right here. One other thing I've seen a lot of are these laurel topiaries, which you typically don't see, or at least I don't see stateside, but I really love the way that that looks. So it looks like it's probably two that they're growing together and they kind of wind up, but that's very cool. These are an evergreen, and I think it's just a fun little texture and something a little bit different than maybe like a boxwood topiary. That's very interesting. Again, here is another laurel topiary. Not something we typically see, but I love that. I really, really enjoy that. Lots of really beautiful herbs. I'm even like just enjoying the boxes. Like, this is so pretty. Looks like they have some fennel, tarragon. So many beautiful plants. The clematises, that was also big at the show. There was actually this whole clematis garden, and I never knew, like, I was this curious and excited about clematis until I saw that. Like, it blew me away. And they had a lot of really fun short varieties, which eventually will need to climb on something, but you can grow them out kind of low and then train them up onto some sort of structure. But I didn't know those even existed. Like, I think I've mentioned this before, that I wanted to get into clematis just because they are such a beautiful vine. And yeah, at the show, it just got me so excited about them. These are really pretty, these textured containers. You can find these at a lot of art garden centers. They're very interesting and they provide a lot of texture in the garden. Those are always nice to have. Nice terracottas, beautiful little plants. Oh my goodness. A lot of really pretty terracottas back here. Look at this. Oh, see, now these I feel like I could take back, but we might already have these there. Let's see. These are Rob, and I'm not sure what that name is, but I really like the way these look. And even maybe these like little ones we could take back. Maybe I'll buy these because these would be fun to have. I think these three are adorable. I wonder if they have saucers. They do have saucers. So there's two different styles. There's this one, which is a little bit more finished. And then these that look a little bit more rugged. And I think I like these better. Let's see how these look. Oh, yeah. I like that a lot. We're coming home together. Look at those. Scarlet Ripple Tumbelina. That's fun. Oh, see, this is what I mean. Look at that little stand. Isn't that cute? Oh, look at this little chicken. I love a little chicken statue like this. There's this company that makes these chickens. They're very round and they're very decorative and they're beautiful. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I love those little statues. Look at all of these beautiful urns. Oh, these benches, you guys. And this table with all of the little details. Look at that. Really pretty fuchsias. Look at these. These flower all summer long. That's really sweet. That'd be really beautiful in the container actually as your centerpiece. That'd be fun. I just want to walk back here one more time and see if we missed anything towards the back over there. This is so London, a telephone booth with a plant inside. So it wraps around back here. I think this is the end of it. Yeah, okay. So this is the end of it. I think this is just a building for the employees. And over here is the salon in the back. How fun would it be to work at a salon or be a client here? You get to walk through all of this. And then this looks to be like a restaurant. And right over here, I'm just admiring the structure. This is really beautiful. There are some fountains back here. And then this caught my eye. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Let's see, does it have a name? It is a Callistemon laevis. I'm probably completely butchering that. But look at how interesting these are. I feel like this would probably do well in a warmer climate. Oh, and the bumbles are everywhere. Look at this. The bees. Look at this chunky little thing. Look at her. She's just going for it. These are really beautiful. Wow. They're so soft. And look at how they look like with little buds. Oops, sorry. See how they're budded up here? And then when they're done blooming, they look like this. So I'm assuming that you would probably want to cut that off. But I'm not familiar with this at all. I think we can walk through here. This looks like they have some tropical and indoor plants. Yep, that's what it looks like when it's very cozy in here. Beautiful. Wow. There's a water. I'm hearing water back here and I want to see it. What is this? Oh, that's nice. That is really, really beautiful. And they have koi. Wow. Can you imagine having this in your garden? If I had a fountain like that in my garden, I'd be there all day. 100% sure I'd be there all day. Again, just a lot more indoor plants and trees. This looks to be some sort of ficus. Let's make our way into this gift shop over here, which is just screaming my name. Ooh, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, this is the chickens I was talking about. I think this is them. I'm pretty sure. I love these so much. I haven't purchased one yet. I think this is them. There's even ones that are a little bit different. These might not be them. These might not be them actually, but they look similar to that. That is a beautiful chandelier. Gosh, there's just so much goodies in here. Like I will take one of each. Let's pack it up. Ooh, the strawberries. I love strawberry vases. I think they're so fun. Anything strawberry, I really enjoy. Here's a beautiful outdoor kitchen table. I love how they have two different textures here because oftentimes with like these wood tabletops, you can get stains on them and they're a little bit harder to upkeep. But look, there's like a metal piece on top. That's very smart. And then it looks like we have the cafe starting over here. And let's see what else. Oh, there's just so much good stuff. All of these citrus bowls. Look at that. Have that on your outdoor table. Yes, that would be beautiful. And same with these here. Look at these. That's so pretty. Oh my goodness. And this. Wow. Beautiful. This would be a really fun salad bowl. However, washing this would not be as fun. Maybe a fruit bowl. That sounds like a better idea. All right, I think I have what I need or what I want. So let's go pay and then let's make our way to the park and see what's in bloom over there. All right, goodies on hand. Let's go explore. Maybe grab a bite and then head over to the park. But before we go, look at this. All of the flowers. Are you kidding me? Look at how beautiful these combination of containers are. Oh, I love that. So pretty. There's just so much flower influence in this entire city, which I just love so much. So we just arrived at Hyde Park And I just want to see what is in bloom over here in the gardens. And this also will take us to Kensington Palace, which, I mean, if we're here, we might as well go, because why not? Look at all of just the wild grass. Look at how beautiful that is. Just like a meadow planted up. We are going to have the best time admiring these gardens. I can already see blooms. I'm so excited. Isn't that just so calming? Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is good. Okay, right away, I am seeing so many beautiful colors and texture. I love this. I think this is in the hooker family. It looks like, oh gosh, what is it called? Palace purple, maybe? Just look at how glossy those leaves are, and just look at the layers. We have lamb's ear over here. We have, this is it. I think this is in the iris family. Gosh, what is the common name? Golden blue eye grass, maybe? I think that's the name. Elderberry in the back. We have more irises over there. And look at this rose. But just look at the layers. Not a ton of different plants, but repeated colors. And I think that's why this whole little area is working. But look at these gorgeous roses. These definitely have a little bit of a cooler color to them, like a cooler pink. And then these irises. Oh, that's so beautiful. Just what a peaceful and serene garden. And look at these climbing roses. Holy moly. Let's make our way around this bed here and see what else we can find. They're going to have beautiful roses climbing through here. Have alliums, more roses, rambling roses. Looks like there are some herbs tucked in here too. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, look at this site. Wow. That's stunning. It's so funny because the more I see irises, the more I'm like, why don't I have more of these in the garden? Why not? I think the tricky thing with irises is planting things around it, because I don't love the foliage on these, like when they're done. I mean, they look okay, as long as they're nice and perky like this. But I think even planting, like underplanting them with maybe like some salvias would be really beautiful. Oh my gosh. Smoke bush right back there. Again, lots of repeating colors, but not a ton of variety of plants. And look over here. Look at this rose. Wow. This is a very mature rose. This is, let's see, Felicia. Look at that. Beautiful sprays of roses. And then this climber right here. Let's see if there's a label for this one. I don't see one. But it's a very like small buttery yellow. Just look at the size of these. Look at that. There's my hand. You can tell these are very, very mature. That is wild. My goodness. This is beautiful. I didn't expect it to be this beautiful. I have some lavender right here. Nice mature lavender. More smoke bush, more roses. Irises tucked in throughout. But this is just a very sweet garden. I'm somebody who loves to play with plants, and I love to have a diverse garden with a lot of different types of plant material, because that's the way I learn how to grow something and how to care for it, how it behaves in the garden. So for me, when I see gardens like this, it reminds me that you don't have to have 50 different plants in order to make an impactful garden. You can have, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7, and just kind of repeat that in different ways throughout the garden. And it's still going to look beautiful and have a really good flow to it and have that sense of diversity. I think I'll always be the type of gardener gardener that likes to grow everything. However, in the future, when I have more space to play around with different types of borders and beds, I would love to dedicate something where I just grow a small group of plants and repeat it throughout and then see how that looks over time, because I do think there's something really calming to the eye when you have gardens like that. This was a great welcome to Hyde Park. I'm definitely excited, oh, to see more of it. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's a full-on rose garden. Wow. Well, this is beautiful. Wow. I love how they used the sedum over here just to underplant that rose. That's clever. I forget the type of rose this is, but we used to have it. And it's beautiful because it has almost like a papery look to it. It kind of reminds me of a poppy. However, these things are very prickly. Look at that. They're a beautiful shrub rose, but they are not messing around. Of course, this yellow rose is just calling my name. Look at how beautiful that is, especially with that water feature right there. Just look at this view. That's beautiful. And then over here, this other rose. I'm bummed that these don't have tags to them. Oh my heart. Look at that. I am really starting to like these delicate single petaled rose. This is beautiful. I'm really into this. Roses were definitely a theme at the Chelsea Flower Show, but what I really enjoyed was all of the different types of delicate roses that they had. So not just the typical garden rose that we all love and adore, but like even the ramblers, they're just, a lot of them were single petals, even like the ones right here behind me. And there's just something more delicate to those. And it's a little bit more, I don't know, it kind of lets your eyes rest a little bit, if that makes sense. So if I can find a good one to add to our garden, I definitely want to do that this year. I don't know if these will make good cut flowers like other ones will, but that's okay because they look so pretty in the garden. I bet this little area here is going to look so beautiful with all of these delphiniums in bloom. Here's a rose that I recognize. This is Jane Austen, and it's a really pretty like cupped rose. Look at that. That's really nice. Oh, and look at this border over here. I'm sure this was beautiful in bloom earlier this spring. Look at all of those sweet pansies. Oh, that is so cute. Even now that things have died back a little bit in these borders, it still looks beautiful. All right, we have some daisies that look like they're about to burst open right in here. I don't know what variety those are, but look at the alliums. They just provide such a beautiful pop of vertical color in the garden. And I love how they're using different heights and different varieties too. So again, just brings a little bit more interest into the garden. Look at that foxtail lily right up here. I'm pretty sure that's a foxtail lily. And you know what's funny? I tried to grow these like twice and nothing, but I think they're stunning in the garden. Look at those. Oh my goodness. And look at those rose arches. Wow. Salvias. This is Vic's Caprice Rose. Again, more on that cooler side of pink. Smells really good over here. I'm liking this rue here too. This one has a little bit of a blue tone to it. I'm not sure the variety of this one, but that's also very nice. I definitely want to add, I think I talked to you guys about this, adding some of those in our garden. Oh my goodness. Look at the heucheras. Oh, that is so nice. It looks like it's just a repeating pattern of euphorbia, heucheras. Looks like some pansies. What else do we have in there? It's hard to tell what some of these things that died back. I wonder if they change the color scheme every year with some of these annual flowers. I can see thousands of buds everywhere. I'm sure this is just magical. Just magical. It's a full-on rose garden here. It's a pretty red bud back here. Oh Can you imagine having arches like this in your garden? Wouldn't that be incredible? Salvias, some more irises, and then look at the alliums. Just look at how impactful those are. Look at that. I think these were probably a white one. Get closer. Yeah, they definitely look like they were white. I usually like the purples better, but I think the white ones also are very pretty. And a lot of the irises that we're seeing here are going to be the sweet iris. I think they're also known as Dalmatian iris, if I'm not mistaken. But they're very long. They're a little bit thinner than the stalks that you would see with like a typical bearded iris. But again, they're just stunning. And there's some dark ones right over here. Oh yeah, these are beautiful. What a punch of color. Good color blocking over here. Look at that view. Oh, and they have horses. My heart is bursting right now. Oh my goodness. Wow, you guys, this is amazing. This is turning out to be such a great day. I wasn't sure where this day was going to take us, but I'm loving it. The bees are all over the salvia. Just loving that. Lots of bumble action over here. I wanted to show you guys the roses over here. Beautiful. And on this side as well. The pigeons here are like the friendliest I've ever seen. Like, they just come up to you. Hey girl, I don't have any snacks for you. I'm so sorry. I should have come prepared. All right, here is Kensington Palace. We made it. Wow. I know they're doing some work, so there's going to be a lot of scaffolding right now, but I think we can still sneak inside. They're getting close to closing, but wow. There's the statue of Queen Victoria. That's beautiful. What a beautiful view. Well, unfortunately, they're closed, so we're gonna have to come back another day. I am curious to tour inside. There's a 2-hour tour that you can take, and then they have, of course, the gardens throughout the whole grounds. But either way, it's just fun to see it from over here. All right, we can see a little bit more of the palace through this angle here. That's so pretty. I love all of the wild flowers and grasses throughout. Little seating areas too, everywhere. Oh, that's nice. Now that is a proper gate right there. Beautiful. Well, it's unfortunate that we can't get in, but either way, I had such a blast today. Just walking through the city, going to that garden center, buying some things to take back home. I love a good shopping day at a garden center when you can find some little treasures. It doesn't have to be a lot, it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be expensive. Just something to remind you of your trip is what I love. And then coming over here, walking through Hyde Park, going to the Princess Diana Memorial Fountain, going through that little Serpentine Gala, and then again, just enjoying the park and coming up to Kensington Palace. It was just the loveliest day. I didn't have a ton planned. I'm just kind of one of those people that go with the flow and see where the day takes us. There are other gardens that we are going to be visiting that I'm very excited about. And if we have time, I'll come back to Kensington Palace because I would love to see the gardens here and then take a quick tour of the inside of the building as well. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me. I think it was such a fun day again, and just sharing this place with you guys is truly the best. So anyways, thank you guys again for hanging out with me today in London, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.